Hey everybody, I'm here with some different types of functions. We're going to be looking at comparisons of linear functions and exponential. So we do have an option of two jobs. Both are liked equally by me. So we have one job, job A, which is starting at a rate of $8 per hour. And you're receiving a 50-cent raise every 3 months. The other job is starting at $6.95, so it's a little bit lower, but it has an 8% raise every 3 months. So what I have here is a table that we're going to completely fill out, and we have a starting value of 0 raises. Obviously, that's your starting value of where you're working at. And then every 3 months, we are going to be getting a raise. So this is going to just kind of give me information all the way down to 4 years, how many raises we've gotten through that time period. And as I started to work on is our job A's hourly rate. So we are getting paid 50 cents every time we get an increase. We're always getting a constant rate of 50 cents. So what we're going to have is an additional 50 cents every single time. So we started at $8 an hour. And then the first raise, we get 50 cents. Then we get another 50-cent raise. We're up to $9. And then the next one, we're going to be at $9.50. So we're going to continue to fill out this table to figure out what our total yearly our rate will be after 4 years. All right, after doing all of the calculations, we come down to 4 years, and that's 16 raises, and we're up to a total of $16 per hour. So now what we're going to do is take a look. Now, again, we like equally, we like these jobs, so we want to see what's the better deal. So now we're going to do the same thing with our job B's hourly rate. So in this case, when we're looking at the hourly rate, we start off with a value of $6.95. So that would be my first starting value. And then here, we have to figure out what's happening. So basically, I'm getting an 8% raise instead of a consistent raise. So what I am going to be doing is taking a look at what happens when I have a increase that's actually a percentage rate instead. So when we're looking at something like this, I'm just going to show you guys a very quick calculation of how you would do this. So again, when we're focusing on this, we are looking at taking that number and we're going to multiply that number, 6.95, and we're going to multiply it by what we have. So we have an 8% raise here. So that is 0.08. And because it is 0.08, we are going to be looking at, we want obviously whatever we start with. So it's not just what the raise is, but we start with the 8% raise, and then we're going to actually increase that value every single time we do this. So when we're doing the increase of the rate, we're doing 1.08. And so in my calculator, you can see that I've done 6.95, and then we're multiplying it times 1 because that's the 6.95 value that we're starting with, and then the 8% raise right there, which means that I am getting a total amount at the end of this at a rate of $7, and then if I round this to money, is 51 cents. So that will be what I'm going to do. We're going to continue to keep going on with that multiplication. So we're going to keep going and find out by taking that number, and we're going to multiply that number by another 1.08 cents, 1.08, and we're going to see what we get when we do that. So 7.151 right there times the 1.08, and now we're up to $8.11. So we're going to continue that pathway on our graph or our table to figure out how much money we're going to be getting at the end of this 4-year period. So we're just going to keep multiplying this new number that we have times 1.08 to keep finding the answers. All right, and so here's the finalized method of continuing to increase that pay rate of 8% all the way down until we're done with 4 years. So you can see what the difference is. Oh, I didn't do the last one. It's $23.81. All right, so now you can see that from job A, if we stay there for the entire 4-year time that we've calculated for, we'd be up to $16 per hour. If we look at job 2 or job B, we would be up to $23.81 per hour. On part 2, I'm going to show you a little bit more information about how we figure out these calculations and why would we do this.